Presented by Verizon Wireless. Guest host Will Tan here with filmer, editor Ben Duffy, and pro skateboarder Sammy Baptista. Welcome to the show.
Yeah.
Welcome back, Sammy. How you guys been?
Good, man.
Cool. So we're here to talk a little bit about your new film, We Are Skateboarders.
My very first film, which if you're a skateboarder you've probably watched for free on YouTube, is called We Are Skateboarders. I want to tell you about the backstory to how that film got made.
Are you filming?
Larry Stevenson, the creator of the Kicktail, and his son Kurt asked me to help them bring back their famous magazine from the 80s called POWEREDGE. The 4 issues I made were probably the worst skateboard magazines ever published, but their sponsorship gave me access to film almost any skater I wanted, and We Are Skateboarders turned out alright.
If it wasn't for our fucking minds connecting to our whole fucking body, this shit wouldn't work as good as it did.
That film drove me absolutely fucking insane. Maybe it was because I was trying to make that film in LA for 2 years without a car, basically starving, living off food stamps, and I hadn't talked to my father in 8 years, and it was killing me. But needless to say, I got very lucky.
Jake Brown, like, oh, I'm so down for POWEREDGE, you know, and then I met up with him, and then that night at the Roosevelt Hotel, like, interviewed Sean Shepard and Whitberg and Colin McKay, like, I don't know, and met Rob Dyrdek that night, like, Rob, you down to do this? He's like,
they're all in.
He's like, dude, POWEREDGE, like, that was like one of the greatest things in my life.
Yeah.
You know?
But you're too young, man. You can't even, like, you can't see the big picture, man.
I get to be the fool again. I get to be the fool again.
Even before I made We Are Skateboarders, I knew eventually I wanted to make this film. A 10-year documentation of how skateboarding saved my life and the people that I met along the way. A film that even people who didn't skate would want to watch.
It sucks, but kids feel so much pain and they're so numb to life, and that's why they cut, because they want to feel something. I mean, skateboarding takes care of that. It really does.
And I don't think a lot of people look at mistakes or like terrible things as like, well, how can I do it differently next time? They just, you know, give up. Skateboarders usually just like take a slam, take another slam, take another slam until they make it, you know. It's just like, fucking, I'm doing this, you know.
Never given up on anything until this film. So many stages along the way, I didn't think it was possible.
But if you don't ever try, how can you give it one more try? If you don't ever try, how can you give it one more try? Give it one more try.
I know I am putting myself out there to receive a lot of hate from skateboarders who think this film is just some emo bullshit. But as I remind you, the #1 rule about skateboarding is to not give a fuck. Therefore, I made this film for anyone out there who calls himself a skateboarder and has been through a lot of shit and wants something to connect to.
Rats.